woke up hours later with my pants around my ankles on the floor.
Draft Brewed Blast, Milwaukee's favorite premium beer.
More doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette.
Bavarians is for your man and you too.
Ortlieb's tastes good like a beer should.
Cheers, everyone, and welcome to the Unfiltered Gentleman.
That's right. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for joining. And thank you for cueing me. I am Greg. Welcome to the show. Cheers, everybody. We are a podcast centered around craft beer, the liquid, the lifestyle, and everything else in between. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome in. Grab a beer, settle in. We love interactions. Hit us up. Gram us, the Unfiltered Gentleman, all that stuff. And if you're new to the show, welcome. Hope you'll hang out and have a beer. We are being joined by some of my favorite people. First up, Flexosaurus Rex in the upper right.
Hey, what up? Happy to be back.
Happy to have you back.
Yeah, don't call me a regular. Don't call me a regular.
Don't call it a comeback. And underneath him in my little screen of people, Red Pants Scott.
What's up?
And we are being joined by one of our best beer friends in the whole wide world, Old Boxer's Coley.
Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
It seemed appropriate. We had a discussion off air where we all discussed what we were wearing, and it just made sense. So thank you all for joining. Thanks for listening. Hit us up on the socials, Unfiltered Gentleman, hashtag show us your beer so we can see what you're drinking. Tag us while you're at it, all that good stuff. And if you're doing some shopping on Tavour, don't forget to use our code Unfiltered. You get yourself a few bucks towards a purchase and all of that good stuff. And shout out to the Bronx for being our top listening city of last week.
All right.
Forget about it.
I was waiting. I was like, no, somebody's
somebody's gotta
forget about it. Oh, I forgot to introduce my name. Today I'm the jabroni beaten, pie eating son of a gun. So to the three people out there listening that'll get that, you are welcome.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. I think we should kick things off with a little bit of hydration because I am quite parched over here. So let's get on it.
Grab your libations, pals. It's time for Beer of the Week.
And if you're drinking, well, you know that you're my friend. And I'll say, I think I'll have myself a beer.
Having myself a beer. I literally just took my first sip. Good God. I am drinking WeldWerks Brewing's Science with an exclamation. I got this one from the aforementioned Tavour. And I only bought it because the name was Science, and I love to say beer science.
You love your beer science.
That's right. So I'm officially doing some research with my beer science over here. I guess I could have played the song, but this is a kettle soured wheat ale brewed with raspberry, blueberry, toasted coconut. Oh, that's going to get interesting. And vanilla. It is 4.8% and has a 4.17 on Untapped. Nicole knows I am.
How's your tongue over there?
Yeah, you know in a minute.
Definitely doobie.
Yeah, I'm some newbie, very duty. I am mildly allergic to coconut, so if it's real, we will find out in a few minutes as I start to talk like this. This, though, it might be worth the pain. I took my first sip just as I hit that intro music. I wish I would have sipped a little bit more, but on the sniffer, as it were, it just smells like berries coming in strong, like you stuck your nose into like maybe a blender full of berries. That's real descriptive. The flavor is a lot like a blue Icee.
Wow.
Does that make sense to people?
Sign me up on that one. That sounds amazing.
As a kid, you got the red Icee or the blue Icee, and you mixed it together if you wanted to.
Yep.
This tastes like the blue Icee, a little more sour, and it has a little warmth from like the toasted coconut and vanilla. But other than that, this is childhood with a little booze in it.
That sounds outstanding.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah, for the record, I never mixed those Icees. It was blue raspberry all the way.
I did every now and then. I was much more a fan of the blue, though. I'm team blue.
Blue was the best, but I always mixed them. We had a Kmart right by my house.
Oh, that's where you got them from.
Yep. And my mom. I hated Kmart. I used to be like, "Mom, liars go to Kmart." I don't know, just so I could get out of going to Kmart because I wasn't a liar. Like I hated Kmart. And I had one of those like reusable Icee cups you bought for like $10 one time, and you could refill it for like $1 every time you went.
That is fancy.
And she'd bribe me to go to Kmart if I could get an Icee, and I was like, all right, fine.
I love that Kmart was for liars.
I hated Kmart. I'm like, someone would say something like, Kmart's for liars. So, yeah. Liars go to Kmart. I don't want to go.
It's a lot nicer than saying trash goes to Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so Kmart was like right before or right after we got a Walmart, and Kmart made Walmart look classy.
Ooh. Wow.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
tough.
Kmart went out of business, and now it's like a beautiful new Target, and I'm here for it. I like Target.
But yeah, you couldn't be happier then.
Exactly.
All about that Target life.
Mhm.
Everyone likes Target.
That's right.
Oh, come on. The blue light specials, the Icees, the smell of rotting popcorn that lingered in the air.
Oh man.
We did have a crappy pizza place in our Kmart too with the slushies.
Oh.
Oh.
And they just served the best cardboard tasting pizza in the world.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, so for me, when it was going to Kmart with my mom, we would just talk her into getting us pizza and slushies, and that's why we went.
See, you had to bribe kids to go.
Your childhood, I can completely relate to that.
Thank you. Ours sold animals too. I got my first set of hamsters at Kmart too. Fun fact, I was like 8.
Really?
Yeah.
Were they radioactive or anything?
No. They were escape artists, but they weren't radioactive.
Those animals were liars. I didn't know Kmart had live animals.
Yeah, they had like hamsters, and I think they had like parakeets. Yeah, it was some weird shit. They ended up getting rid of that
Not my
part.
Kmart, for the record. Not my Kmart.
Yeah. I think that was just one specific Kmart.
Simi Valley, yo. I don't know what to tell you.
Keeping it classy. Well, even worse than Kmart, I just need to get this off my chest. I was supposed to have an interview with a brewer over the weekend. That did not happen because FedEx is a piece of shit.
Uh-oh.
Supposed to deliver some beer so we could talk about it during the interview. I said, send me the tracking. It hasn't shown up yet. I half was like, did this guy really send it? But I talked to him before. He sent me beer before. So I did not expect him to be one of those Kmart liars.
Sure.
So he finally got me the tracking. I looked it up and it said that I had signed for it on Thursday. And Nicole and I have had the same experience
Multiple.
with our fucking Firestone shipments where they say signature required, it's alcohol. And then we get home, and there's just some box thrown on our porch.
Wow.
That's correct. GLS did that for Tavor last month.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you've had some issues with GLS as of late.
I'm just saying, I think everyone's kind of getting into that groove of just dropping off alcohol on your porch and saying you signed for it when you didn't, which is going to get them in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. I mean, what if a kid intercepts that alcohol
Or it gets
box? Then what?
stolen. And yeah,
Right.
and it's, yeah. So what did they say?
So I called and I said, what the fuck? It says it delivered and that I signed. It says signed for by Jones. And I was like, not only was I here all day and no package showed up, I even checked my ring to make sure. Oh, well, it looks like, this is the weirdest fucking excuse I've ever heard. It looks like the driver dropped it off and then realized it was the wrong address that you had moved and picked it up and took it back to the FedEx like warehouse or shipping center or whatever it is. And I said, well, I can tell you that I haven't moved. I said, why don't you tell me what address is on that box and I'll tell you if it's right. Oh, we can't do that. You're not the shipper. I was like, all right, well, I'll tell you my address and you tell me what's on that. And I told her my address. She's like, it's not what's on there. I was like, all right, what's different? What's wrong? Is it the number? Is it the street? Is it city? Oh, I can't tell you that. Because you didn't have to tell me what it says. Just tell me which one of them is wrong. Yeah, I can't tell you that. And so we did these retard laps for about 5 minutes of like, I'm just trying to get my fucking box. How do I get you have to have him call. I got to call the brewer and say like, hey, that box of beer you sent me because you're a nice guy, now you have to call and follow up on. And I got a little angry and I said, all right, who the fuck do I talk to about this asshole that's signing my name? Oh, that's policy. So it's policy to sign your name, sign someone else's name that's not even there. You weren't even at my house and you signed my name for it.
Yeah.
What policy is that? I said, that sounds pretty illegal, actually. I said, who do I need to talk to about that? Oh, that's just policy. I said, you need to find me someone else to talk to. Oh, but that's just our policy. I'm done talking to you. Find me someone else to talk to. Oh, I can take your number and have somebody. No, I'm not an idiot. Find me someone else to talk to. Then she hung up on me.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
I hope that call was recorded for quality assurance purposes.
I hope so. I'd like to request that call.
Let's all become Karens.
Called a fake FedEx.
Yeah, let's all become. Dude, I have had so many problems with FedEx. I sent out an iPhone to like trade in to Verizon. You do the trade in program, and you like $200. And magically, my phone that I sent to trade in with FedEx got lost in transit, and then they had no record of it.
Oh, jeez.
You know that driver's just pocketing a fucking
Oh, yeah,
phone.
absolutely.
So FedEx can suck a big dick.
That's kind of the nice thing. So in Wisconsin, you technically can't ship alcohol along with, mercury because...
Sure.
So why not throw alcohol
Or
in there?
plutonium, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. It's only mercury. But, so nobody knows what the hell you're shipping or what kind of package you're getting. So if they just drop it at your door, it's just a package at your door.
Just another package.
Yeah.
Just another package.
Well, in California, they're very strict. Like, you must have a signature from someone who's 21. Pre-Rona, they would actually check your ID. After Rona started, they checked the list. They kind of look at you and go, all right, you're balding. Yeah. But our UPS and our GLS, they check. It's just our FedEx at my house. They don't ever check. They don't even wait. They just drop off the package and say, I signed for it.
Yep.
And here we are, missing beer. Fuck you,
Did you
FedEx.
call the brewer? Are you getting more beer? Is he following up?
I asked him for the tracking number. I said, I'll track it down. Don't worry. And then I'd email him back. Well, I tried to track it down. They won't fucking talk to me because I'm not the guy who sent it out. They need your account info and all this stuff. So hopefully he gets it taken care of. I want to talk to him. I want to drink a little beer with him. And FedEx is brew blocking me.
That's ridiculous.
I used to work for FedEx 15 years ago. Yeah. Long time ago.
Were you the asshole on the phone I had to talk to today?
No, I was the asshole that was throwing the packages down the chute. So I'm going to let you know right now, when you're dealing with people who handle your packages, we really don't give a shit. I mean...
Oh, no, that's made very clear.
Yeah, like the opening in Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happens.
I imagine.
Skip packages down chutes. You're throwing packages down onto belts. It happens.
Flex, I just love the fact that I can picture you handling my package.
Oh, God.
Sorry, you walked into that one.
Oh, it made me happy.
And a little speechless. Anyways, enough about that. Fuck you, FedEx. Let's move on. Last week on the show, we talked about the guy who got drunk, ran into a house, and then parked his car like, hey, nothing happened. Hope they don't notice that there's a big fucking hole in this house. And then we started talking about drunk stories and being drunk and trying to cover things up. We have received actually a few submissions, one of which is a voicemail from our good friend, Vanessa. Hi, Vanessa.
Hi, Vanessa.
Hi, Vanessa.
She has sent us her drunk story from college. So let's have a listen to Vanessa's drunk voicemail.
Hey guys, it's Vanessa, the real beer vixen. I just wanted to call and share an embarrassing beer story I had. So back when I was in college, freshman year, I was only 18 years of age. I had gone out to a party, drinking Hunch Punch all night long, and of course Natty Light. And I get home, I am drunk as can be. And when I get to my dorm, I see there's leftover Papa John's pizza. Eat some Papa John's pizza, probably a bad idea. And go to sleep. I wake up a couple hours later and I just run to the bathroom. I had to throw up. I go to the last stall in this dorm bathroom and I didn't even make it into the bowl. Just threw up all over the wall, the back of the toilet, the floor, just everywhere. And I was so drunk. I could not clean it up at that time. I just went back into my room, went to sleep. I had all intention to clean it up in the morning. But when I finally woke up, who knows what time it was probably like 10 a.m. When I finally woke up in the morning, I go to the bathroom and it was all cleaned up. I feel so bad for whoever cleaned that up, but damn, I'm glad nobody found out it was me. So moral of the story, don't get wasted off Hunch Punch, crappy beer, and eat pizza. Bye guys.
Eat pizza or just eat Papa John's specifically?
Papa John's, definitely. That's a bad choice in pizza.
So yeah, if that happened once, you got to think about how many times that happened before.
Right. Yeah. We all know that wasn't the first.
And can you imagine like
in that
feeling? You're like, oh God, she's like walking in the bathroom, and she probably like swings the door open and is like, oh, like ready. And then she looks and she's like, oh, it's like sparkling clean. And then she's like, poor bastards that had to clean that up. Oh, well, glad it wasn't me.
I'd do it more often then.
Yeah. It'd be great if she was like so drunk she forgot which bathroom she was in and went to the wrong one.
Oh my gosh. That's a good one. What a twist.
Yeah, down the hall is a bathroom just full of throw up.
Caution tape all over the place.
Hazmat team coming in. Have any of you guys ever heard of Hunch Punch before? That was a first for me.
No, we
No.
always called it like jungle juice, but I've never heard of Hunch Punch.
Wapatui. Yeah.
Wapatui, that's a new one.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always had jungle juice. It must be like a California thing or whatever. I had to ask her, I was like, what the hell is Hunch Punch? And she said for us, it was like a whole bottle of vodka mixed with Hawaiian punch. She goes, or, she follows it up with, or Everclear. I'm like, that's a huge difference.
Well, the one me and like 30 other girls at this party got sick of. I've had actual Everclear in it that our friend brought back from Kentucky or wherever he was stationed in the military where it was actually legal. And he brought it back to California and they mixed it in one of those like Arrowhead water jug things.
Oh, God.
And then put it in the, upside down and it was just like on dispense. Oh.
Wow.
And across the street, there was like a hill with shrubs and stuff on it. And there were like 15 girls lined up just puking on that hill, me being one of them, with guys holding their hair. It was absolutely awful. It killed everybody at that party. I lost my phone.
Oh, geez.
I went to the Verizon store the next day to like replace it, and I was wearing the same clothes, and someone from the party recognized me, and he's like, "Oh, you're wearing the same clothes," and I was like, okay, it was a rough night. Like, what do you want from me? Yeah.
Like, no, I'm not.
Yeah, fuck Jungle Juice and Hunch Punch and Wapatui or whatever. Just no good. Stay away from it.
No one's ever had a good night on that stuff.
No, I don't think so.
It's never been like, oh, just have a couple sips and call it a night.
No.
Well, because you can't taste it. It just tastes like juice.
That's the goal.
You keep throwing down the glasses of juice, and it's going to catch up with you.
Yeah, nobody wants to taste that fine Albertsons vodka.
Or the Kentucky Everclear.
Oof. Oof. Scott, did you guys have any other names for that back in the day?
No, I can't think of any.
Puke
Nothing
punch.
comes to mind. Probably
They should call it puke punch. Be a little more direct and to the point. Well, thanks to Vanessa. And if you guys want to call us, it's 805-538-BEER-2337. Go straight to voicemail. Don't worry. I will not talk to you. You're safe. And you can follow Vanessa on the gram at @TheRealBeerVixen with underscores in between. So this brings us to following up on this. Nicole, do you have any drunk stories where you were so hammered that you tried to fix something while hammered and then realized how dumb that was?
So I don't personally, but
sure.
Big Dick Nick does. That's the first thing I could think about. And it's actually, I was laughing so hard when Vanessa was telling hers, I just kept it all inside because it's very similar. I like to call this the St. Firestone's Day Massacre. And we had been wine tasting all day in Paso Robles, and it was me, Nick, and Wiley of the Booze League. And Nick, we're having dinner. He got up to go to the bathroom, and he came back, and he's like, "Oh, God." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "I sprayed the bathroom with red wine." He's like, "But, I think I cleaned it up. It was like the back of the toilet and all that." And the more he thought about it, he was like, "Honestly, I think I fucking sprayed the whole stall, and I just took toilet paper and just did the little dab, dab, dab. It's fine." And clearly I can't go in the men's restroom, so I never got to see it, and Nick didn't go back. So we don't really know what it looked like. But I have a feeling it was kind of like Vanessa's, and it was probably just, it looked like blood all over the walls because we had drank 6 bottles of red wine. It was a disaster.
That's something that people need to realize. When you go wine tasting with Wiley, you're not just having a couple flights.
No.
You're getting bottles at each location.
And, your goal is 6 locations because you should have a goal in mind when you are wine tasting.
Right. Nothing says a nice, classy day of wine tasting like, we better hit it 6 places.
Yeah. Yeah, it was classy, all right. Nick sprayed the bathroom at Firestone, so.
Man, that Firestone location has seen a lot of you guys in a bad way.
I know. But can you just imagine going in there? It probably looked like a massacre, like a murder scene, just red all over the place.
Both of your
I laughed
pictures
so hard.
are up on the wall at this point.
Could be.
Should be. Well, very good. Everybody, send us your stories. We love drunk stories because we're all super classy and
the classiest.
We're refined. So refined.
Clearly.
Yeah, clearly. All right. Let's find out what someone else is drinking. Flex, let's make a call to the pen and find out what you're sipping on over there.
He calls to the bullpen for
beer.
All right. Tonight I am sipping on Monkish Brewing. Never Sleep, courtesy of my fine friend, the jabroni-beaten, pie-eaten son of a gun.
Great. He's a fine friend.
This is actually my first ever Monkish beer.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So cherry poppin' tonight on the cast. This is a double IPA. clocks in at 8.4% ABV, and it is hopped up with Citra and Motueka.
Nicely done. I was corrected by a brewer. It's Motueka, not Motica.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Motueka.
Yeah, well, I'm an idiot.
Damn.
I don't know. I guess I can just read, man.
Congrats, FedEx boy.
The funny thing is that, I mean, that's the untapped, definition or
super
story
long.
on, double IPA with Citra and Motueka. Right out of crack in the can, man. I mean, this thing smells like pure orange juice. I'm taking a sip of it.
Take that sip. One thing I really like about this one is how silky smooth it is.
It's insane. The mouthfeel is insane. It's smooth. It's light. You would never guess there's that 8.4%. Very, very hop forward, but it doesn't give you that hop burn, which is very pleasant. You just get all that flavor.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little grassy, a little bit citrusy in there, more on the orange side. I mean, hearing all the hype on Monkish, man, this freaking lives up to it. No doubt.
You know what's crazy is I know people are going to give me shit now, but this came out a few months ago. It was canned a few months ago, and got it right when it dropped, and it was great. It was great beer. Sat on it for a while. I actually think it's a little bit better a few months out. The hop burn there was a smidge originally. It's gone, as you said, no hop burn.
None at all.
The warmth from the booze gone. It drinks even better now.
It's if you would have told me this came out a couple months ago, I'd call you a liar.
Yeah, I think it was like December even. It's been a few months. So
they're so
awesome.
good. Such a great brewery.
It says, what does it say? Drink freshy.
Yeah.
But I mean, this shit holds up. It does.
Yes, it do. Very nice. All right. Old timey word of the week. Flying pasty.
What?
Sounds like you walk into a strip club.
You're right. Yeah. Flying. I think Nicole had some flying pasties when she was in New Orleans last year.
May or may not be true.
Heyo.
It is Sereverance wrapped in paper and thrown over a neighbor's wall. So then I had to look up Sereverance because I don't know.
That was my next question.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was hoping we weren't all expected to know what that was.
I was going to pretend I did.
Yeah. Come on, it's old timey, Scott. You should have been around for this. So basically what this translates to is you wrap up a deuce and throw it over your neighbor's wall.
That's what I was afraid it was gonna be.
So it's a poop wrapped in paper and thrown over your neighbor's wall.
Well, now I'm just glad there's a term for something I do all the time.
I just want to know why it's called a pasty. Like,
it's so weird.
That's bizarre.
In the Midwest, you ever hear of pasties?
No.
So it's like kind of like a pot pie, except it's like half moon shaped.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then there's like no gravy or sauce in it. It's like chopped up potatoes, carrots, onions, and then like beef or chicken. And then you like pinch the dough together.
So like an empanada kind of thing.
Kinda, yeah, absolutely, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
All
so
right.
maybe that has something to do with the
that would
shape,
be even funnier.
the shape, or wrapping it up, and it's get a load of this shit.
Yeah. It'd be great to like call the house and your wife answers as if people have landlines anymore. Hey, can I talk to Flex? Oh, sorry, he's out there throwing some flying pasties. Again, that guy's crazy.
He'll get back to you.
Yeah. Oh God, Scott, what are you sipping on over there? You got something tasty?
Yes, I do. I've had it before, but so I decided to have it again, I guess. Stone's Sublimely Self-Righteous Black IPA.
Yeah, and they just re-released that a couple months ago, and I think Guy had it a couple months back when they released it.
I know I did. I think you had some too.
That is one of those black IPAs that I wish would hang around that and Wookie Jack. Come on, black IPAs.
Oh, yeah.
So good. Any Tim Tebow fans in the house?
Of course.
Huge.
He's my Lord and Savior.
Huge.
Oh, Tebow bless.
I wish I could say the same.
Oh, he's the best.
Tebow is reportedly going to sign a 1-year deal with the Jags as a tight end.
Yeah, I already called dibs on him in my league. It's impossible to do that, but I told the guys I got dibs on Tebow.
Do not fuck with me and my Tim Tebow. That would be the ultimate joke. Oh, you know what? If Wiley of the Booze League is dumb enough to invite me back to fantasy football next year, number 1 pick, Tim Tebow.
All right. I'll
I'm
work
calling
my
it now.
magic.
I am calling it now. Number 1 pick. Please remind me because I will forget.
I
Number
will
1
not let
pick,
you.
Tim Tebow.
I will not let you forget. And you got to make like a team name. Like, I don't know. We got to think about something good.
Tebow's terrible somethings or
Tebow's terrible
he's the
team.
best. He's the best.
Tebow's tight end.
Well, there we go.
Arguably the greatest college football player to ever play the game.
And that's where it ended.
Arguably.
So I'm very excited for Tebow to be back in the league because I'm an idiot.
Hey, he led a sad Denver team to the playoffs.
He did.
He's a winner.
He was a miracle worker that year.
Didn't he throw 316 yards in a playoff game?
Something like that.
Yeah, against the Steelers.
Yeah,
you hear
right.
You hear that, Shred? I think it was against the Steelers.
And I only remember the yardage because it was 316, and Tebow 316 says, I just whipped your ass.
There it is.
Hell
God.
yeah.
Yeah. If only he would drink a beer. What else? Oh, Stone. Speaking of Stone, they are celebrating their 25th year this year. How fucking crazy is that?
It's huge. Happy birthday to them.
Yeah, happy birthday to Stone.
Wow.
And on their website right now, you can go vote for them to bring back some of your favorite beers that they've had in the past.
Okay. What was that? I think it was a Berliner Weiss that Shannon and I loved.
Notorious POG?
No.
That was good.
It was
Not
like
that
in a
one?
blue can.
Oh.
Oh, Shannon will know.
But
I
like,
don't know. Yeah, she would.
No, it
Oh, God.
was from Stone and it was a
Oh.
sour. It was, oh my gosh, it was really, really good. And I think it was seasonal, but they haven't released it in a while. I think they got rid of it.
You have to talk to the wife. She
I will. It was so good.
That's the worst when breweries come out with that seasonal and they just get you all hopped up on it.
And then they decide to discontinue
and then
it.
they just take it away, and you're like, the next year, you're all excited for that season to come. She's like, fuck that fucking beer.
Yeah.
And then they don't do it, and you just, then you fall into your depressed state. And you,
Mm-hmm. You're disappointed. You have tears.
oh, it's,
yeah.
get drunk just to get over that.
Mm-hmm. You got to keep drinking because you can't keep drinking.
Yes.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
terrible.
Horrible
It is.
problem to have.
Yeah. Well, I will say Notorious POG is on that list to be voted for. So if you want POG to come back, that's a great one.
Well, I will vote for that one for sure. That's like my favorite summer beer the last couple years in a row.
Oh my God. Such a good, that one and, I mean, not Stone, but Fruitlands. Both great floating
Sure.
beers. I had to write this in. It is not on the list and I was very upset. People, go vote for Cali Belgique. Please go vote for Cali Belgique. It's a Belgian IPA.
All right.
You got my vote.
I can't say it, but I'll vote for it.
My fingers will dance. Yeah. They'll dance on this keyboard and I'll vote for it.
Before we find out what Coley's drinking, one last story here. Do you guys remember the story of Olive Veronesi? Does that sound familiar?
No.
No.
I didn't think so.
Yes, it does.
Okay, perfect. Do you guys remember last year?
Liar. Go to Kmart.
It does.
Yes.
Go to Kmart, get that cardboard pizza.
I shop there every day.
You fucking liar. She's the old lady who last year posted that photo of her holding a whiteboard that says, I need more beer.
Oh, the Coors Light lady.
Yeah. And they ended up sending her a ton of beer and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Sad news. She died a few days ago, a couple days after her 94th birthday.
Aww.
It's too bad.
Rest in
Yeah.
peace,
Do you have any
Olive.
beer left?
Well, the funny thing is, she posted it, or somebody posted for her a photo of her on her birthday, and she was holding 2 Coors Lights cans.
Bless her
That's super
heart.
gnarly.
Yeah,
She crashed them together and drank
Yeah,
it.
This is
give it
totally
the old Stone Cold salute. I guess that's why they say she died peacefully. She was drunk as fuck.
Oh, God.
That's how I'd like to go out.
It's the way to go.
Yeah.
She's a hero. Cheers, Olive.
Rest in peace.
I thought you were going to
Cheers.
say she ran out of beer and she needed more. I was like, damn, that lady drinking a lot of beer.
Maybe she got out, or she ran out of beer and was like, "Well, there's nothing left to live for."
Nothing left to live
Oh,
for.
my God, you guys.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Oh,
Poor
man.
Olive.
Oh God, poor Olive. She was an awesome lady.
So if you die like stone drunk, do you know you're dead? I mean, you're so drunk, maybe you didn't even know it.
Yeah,
Maybe.
just
Just walking around, and people. I thought you were dead. Oh,
Oh,
That's the
it
goal.
could be.
yeah,
Yeah, that is for sure. That's why Scott stays so drunk all the time,
absolutely.
just in case he dies.
Just in case.
He's
Maybe
ready.
I did
He's
years
ready.
ago.
Yeah, he's been prepping since day one.
You have to be prepared
Yeah, that's right.
24/7. Stay fucking drunk.
That's
right.
right.
He doesn't fuck around. All right, let's find out what Coley's drinking over there. What you drinking?
ooh, I got the fun song.
Yeah, you did.
I am drinking Neapolitan Slushy from 903 Brewers. It's a sour Berliner Weiss. It has a 3.93 on Untapped. It's 6.2% ABV. It's an ale brewed with strawberry, chocolate, cherry, and vanilla flavoring and is slated for packaging in 16-ounce cans that are for sale across the brewery's distribution footprint in Sherman, Texas.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. Let me smell it.
Yeah, get in on that. I can see it on the camera here. It is
all the
thick.
way up in there.
Yeah,
all
very
the way
thick.
up in there.
It's very thick. It looks like a strawberry milkshake almost. It's very thick with a pinkish red color to it.
It smells like strawberry and cherry.
Okay. I'm thinking of like strawberry milk right now. And those sort of flavors.
I get a lot of chocolate at all. I get, it's like, has a little bit of bitter. Maybe that's like, maybe it's like dark chocolate. I don't know, like bitter. But I do get a lot of strawberry and a lot of cherry. No vanilla. So it doesn't really remind me of Neapolitan ice cream, which I love. It doesn't last long in my house because Nick eats the vanilla ribbon out, but...
Wait, that monster eats just the vanilla?
If he's desperate for ice cream, he doesn't have any, he will. But, sorry. Totally off topic. This beer is delicious. I don't think it tastes like a Neapolitan, but for a fruited, slushy Berliner Weiss, it's delicious.
All right, so not a Van Chalk straw, as I like to call it, but...
No, but it's like, it's thick. It's got good body. I don't know, I like it.
All right, very nice. And how'd you get this one?
Oh, this was courtesy of Tavor.
Oh, I was like, oh, you getting some Texas beers? You trading?
Nope, no one wants to trade with me. It's fine.
Everybody, hit her up. Ice cold beer on the gram.
I'll
She wants
mail
to
back.
trade.
I'm a great pen pal.
Trade her some beers.
Yeah,
Yeah, you've sent out beers to people who, in fact, I don't think have traded back with you.
that is absolutely correct.
Yeah. So
My
you're the
cousin
best
being
trader.
one of them. Jerk.
I know. Fucking family.
Oh my god, I know,
Cut
right?
him off.
Yeah,
What a dick. He's ex
he's an ex-cousin.
communicated.
Yeah.
Excommunicated.
Oh, sure, that too.
That too. Or ex cousin. Anybody looking for a new gig that involves drinking some really shitty beer?
Hello.
Not really.
No, can I just tell you, I went over to my in-laws yesterday for Mother's Day.
Uh-huh. Sorry.
And I did just have a Coors Light just to try and remember what it tasted like. And it was fucking horrible.
Did you arch your back and vomit in the urinal? It was so bad.
Do you guys remember the Keystone Bitter Beer Man?
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day? That was kind of the face I made. Where like my own face swallowed itself. It was not enjoyable.
That doesn't sound enjoyable.
Immediately regretted the decision. But I had to get that out there.
Well, I appreciate you sharing. This is, instead of like Alcoholic Anonymous, it's like Shitty Beer Anonymous.
Yeah.
My name is
I
Flex,
have
and
a
I had a
problem.
Coors.
We support you, we love you, and we're here for you.
And we will bring you good beer. Well, Scott should get ready to apply for this job because Miller is back at it with dumb look at me stunts.
Oh, I'm good at that too.
Yeah. The Champagne of Beers is taking their title to the next level by petitioning the Milwaukee Common Council.
Heyo.
There we go. To have their own, I know, you're going to have to go protest for us. To have their own region right there in Wisconsin. And they plan to name it the Champagne of Beers Region, according to their website. They even want to have the council declare that only beers invented within its strict borders, which is right around the Miller Brewery, will be considered the Champagne of Beers. But what does an ambassador have to do with them wanting their own region? Well, I'm glad you asked. Miller High Life is looking for an ambassador because they need someone to be on the ground while things are getting settled. So basically, they need you to show up, be seen, and crack a smile, and probably a few beers. And it's not like you're going to do this for free. If you're lucky enough to nab the title of Ambassador of the Champagne of Beers region, Miller High Life will pay you $20,000, load you up on free shitty beer for a year, and give you an all-expenses paid trip to Milwaukee.
Wait, do I have to smile?
That's part of it, yeah.
Oh, now I got to think about it.
But what if I win and I live there?
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Like, I feel like how do you not take somebody from the region if you're saying that's the only region for the Champagne of Beers, but then take somebody out of the region to... That just sounds really fucked up.
Yep. Seems really dumb. If they were smart, they would choose someone local for multiple reasons.
You would think it would just be local only.
Right.
I hope somebody's listening to this.
So they're doing this because of like how in France, in the like champagne can only be champagne in that region.
I think that's the thought behind it.
That's like their thought behind
Yeah.
it. Oh, okay.
That plus they're Miller and they're full of retarded shit. Look at us.
Yeah.
Yay.
I mean, I'm from Milwaukee. I can't really talk too much shit about this because
you could.
You know, the way I like to think of it is we just flat out invented beer. I don't care what anybody says. You know, I live in Milwaukee. We invented beer.
It was not those monks years and years ago.
No, it was just Milwaukee. Yeah.
Right.
This really throws me for a loop, man.
Well, if you're ready to apply for this job, all you have to do is head over to the official Miller High Life website and, in a quick 50 words or fewer essay, let them know why you would be the best person for the job. Remember, you have to be 21 or older, and applications are only open until May 21st.
Can I just apply with a picture of me shirtless flexing?
I think that would be unfair competition.
Is that allowed?
It should be. You should have like a Miller in one hand and you're flexing on the other side, and
just write in the caption, "Look at this," and then just send them the pic.
Or get like a fake Miller tattoo on your gun as you're flexing.
Oh my god!
And then I'll sell all the free beer and use the $20,000 to buy good beer.
Yeah. Travel out here. We'll go down to San Diego, have some real beer.
I like the sound of that. I'm gonna apply.
Well, and I think they should let you apply your trip since you already live there.
Right?
Yeah.
They should let you apply it for a trip to San Diego instead.
I like where we're going with this.
Same.
So we'll set you up for a photo shoot tomorrow. Just get ready. You got to oil yourself up a little bit.
I got tons of oil.
Okay, perfect.
He's ready.
Not Vaseline, oil, okay? Just got to be clear with that.
No, he's been watching wrestling since the 80s. He's got oil on standby.
Okay.
Come out greased up more
for
than
the
Rick
hair,
Rude.
for the bod, we got it. We got the oils.
Oh God.
Good to know. All right, so we're on to something. This is going to be great, you guys.
It's going to be
our
something.
brainchild. It's going to come to fruition.
Ambassador, here I come.
So here's the real question. More embarrassing. You died tomorrow, they check your history, and you've been on the Miller High Life website, or they find all your porn history?
No comment.
I would say, you know what? If I was a porn star and someone found out about it after I died, I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be upset. I'd be proud of it.
Yeah, people can look up my porn history. Don't look at my Miller High Life.
Exactly. That's way more embarrassing. Like, I'd rather be a porn star that's known to drink good beer than a porn star that drank Miller High Life.
Touche. And Scott, you just haven't figured out the Miller High Life website yet, right?
I'm still trying.
Still trying to apply.
Yeah, I did.
You've been such a fast Googler lately. I'm surprised you haven't found it.
I'm still looking. I did find out you guys are talking about where beer was first invented or whatever. And you're both right. It was monks from Milwaukee.
They took a vow of celibacy and
and making beer. As a matter of fact, the Milwaukee Brewers almost became the Milwaukee Monks, but they became the Brewers instead.
Then the Padres threatened to sue them, though.
Yes.
Their mascot was very similar.
Big rivalry.
Well, now it all makes sense, and I appreciate the clarification.
Well, that's what I'm here for, I think.
Flex, now when people are, coming in to see you at work and they're asking you about beer, it's like, come try the Milwaukee Monks best over here. They took a vow of celibacy, which wasn't necessary because you're drinking High Life and we can tell you're not having sex anyways. But
I think I'll submit that to the Brewers. Change your name to the Monks.
You should.
It'd be great. Milwaukee Monks.
Yeah. Or
nice alliteration.
Just don't do that.
And then finally, I thought I'd end the show on a couple more drunk stories. We received some drunk stories via email anonymously. These people would prefer not to be named.
Boo.
I know. What's the fun in that?
That's what
no
I'm saying.
fun.
Vanessa, you're a hero for coming out and
we need more Vanessas.
The world needs more Vanessas and more St. Firestone Day massacres. This one says, this one time I got really drunk at my friend's birthday party. Shots are always fun, but never a good idea. And went to the washroom to pee. Well, I don't remember how exactly it happened. When I came out, the sink was broken. I feel it was broken already, and I did not notice it because, well, the aforementioned shots. And that was not even the worst bit. We were at a friend's house, so the birthday girl, who was also pretty drunk, kept promising that she will personally fix the sink. It was a broken sink. But hey, alcohol gives us more confidence than his health, right? So thank you to anonymous person number one. Number two, this comes from...
Are any of these anonymous letters sans close?
None of these are sans clothes.
Okay. Good.
These are not those people. TC, as he's being referred to, says, grabbed a good friend's mom's tits when I was a teenager. The next morning I knew something wasn't right and things were never the same between me and the mother again.
Oh, shit. Not good.
I have never been that drunk.
No.
At least not with a mom. And then finally from PB, they say, tried to take a shit, woke up hours later with my pants around my ankles on the floor. Everything, including the floor, my clothes, and the walls, were smeared in crap.
Oh. I understand why they want to be anonymous.
Yeah.
I'm shocked they just didn't take that to the grave, like compartmentalize the shit out of that and just put it so far back on their brain that they never thought about it again.
Compartmentalize the shit.
Yeah, I mean, anything that has to do with like feces and drunkenness, no.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you, but also I'm just kind of thinking, how?
That one is dicey. Maybe they took a cue from Flying Pasties.
Oh, God.
While drunk.
Just tried to start a flying pasty factory and just...
Right.
All right, I have one about me that doesn't have to do with cleaning up. I'll add it real fast.
Please
it was
do.
Cinco de Mayo, I want to say 2013. I think it was the year I got married. And, bless Nick's heart for still marrying me. I came home late that night. Nick had to work, and he had to get up at 2 or 3 in the morning. And Nick let me stay out with Wiley. Wiley said he would take care of me, and I ended up getting a ride home with a friend of a friend's husband or boyfriend at the time. And he probably shouldn't have driven me. Mm-hmm. And he drove me home and brought me inside. And Nick was like, what the fuck? Like, how did you drive? Because it was just about time for Nick to get up as I was coming home.
Sure, he gets up early.
And I locked myself in the guest bathroom and started to throw up.
Mm.
And as I threw up, I must have convulsed my muscles enough where I peed. And pee was coming out through the tile under the door into the hallway. And Nick was like banging on the door. He's like, what is coming out of the bathroom? Like, there's liquid. And he begs me to open the door. And I'm like in my underwear, and it was a total disaster. So he's trying to move our dog out the way. The guy that dropped me off wants to talk to Nick. Nick's like, get the fuck away from me. Lay down. Nick's mopping up my piss when he should be like getting an extra 10 minutes of sleep. Puts me in bed. I wake up the next morning totally forgetting that the guy that drove me home is sleeping on our couch. I wake up naked because Nick was just like, go to bed. I walk down the hallway and I see a head pop up on the couch and I'm completely naked. And I'm like, oh my God, there's someone in my house. So it was like you cover your boobs, you cover your crotch, you turn around and then you cover your butt and you run down the hallway. And
it's like a movie.
That's what it was. Horrendous. And I was like, oh my God. And Nick still married me and he still loves me.
Maybe he's not quite the monster we thought he was.
Yes, correct.
Still monster.
I like to give him a hard time, but he is a good guy.
Well, that now reminds me of a story. This is New Year's Eve 2013 going into 14. Man,
what a year.
What a year. I had been dating for my now wife for 5-ish months. And we're over at a friend's house. There's 6 of us total. We'd gone out earlier with more people. New Year's had come and gone. Now we're back at our friend's apartment. There's 6 of us total. We're drinking. We're doing some shots. We're playing some Cards Against Humanity. Things are going well. One of the couple whose house it was, they're married. The other couple was about as new as a couple as we were, about 5-6 months. And this is one of those times you don't feel the puke coming. It just surprises you. And mid-game, RKO out of nowhere, just projectile vomit all over my girlfriend, all over the cards, and all over my buddy's newish girlfriend.
Oh my God. I hope you bought them a new game.
I offered to. They said they cleaned it. I was like, I'll buy you new cards. They're like, no, we like bleached the, wiped it. And I was like, you can throw it away. Like, I'll just give you mine. Like, it's fine. So I tried to. They would not allow me. The good news is everyone in that room is now married. So no one broke up with anybody over it. Apparently my wife is a saint for still marrying me after throwing up on her.
I would say so.
Oof, that was rough.
You guys got some good people in your lives. Let me tell you.
Apparently.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, anywho.
Yeah, I got a piggybacking off of last week's. So it was about 2 months, maybe a month into seeing my wife, who was my, obviously, girlfriend at the time. And we used to go out downtown Milwaukee, and, after 11, 12 o'clock, every place turned into like a big nightclub, dance club kind of scene.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd always go out with her and her best friend, and then I would drag my buddy along so he could take over with the best friend. And one night we're just pounding drinks, and cherry bombs, because they're delicious, but they catch up to you.
Because they don't taste like alcohol.
No, they don't, especially when you're using like Dr. McGillicuddy's. I don't know if you guys get that out here. It's kind of a Milwaukee thing.
Okay,
and
I don't know what
it
that
just
is.
tastes like straight up cherry juice.
Oof.
So it starts to hit me. So I make a beeline for the bathroom, and the stall is taken. And it is a 1 stall, 2 urinal bathroom. And you can just feel it coming up, and it's getting closer, and you got to make a decision. So I get in that wide stance ass out position to get my body as far away from the toilet as possible. So I look like
Ludacris would say face down, ass up.
Face down, ass up. I look like a fucking T-Rex. And I am just projectile vomiting cherry bomb into the urinal. Just as far as I can get it in. And my buddy's just sitting there laughing, shaking his head.
As he should be.
So I finally finish up, and I'm just like, what the hell am I going to do? My girlfriend's out there, and I stink like puke. Well, thankfully, there was a gentleman who was doing the soap and the paper towels in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
And this wonderful, wonderful gentleman had breath mints.
The saint.
So I washed my hands. He offered me some breath mints. I told him that he saved my life, and I handed him like $10. I was like, this is what you get. This is amazing. And I went out, and my wife had no idea of the vomit scene. And like both of you, she was an idiot, and she still married me.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Not all
the
heroes
theme.
wear capes.
Yeah, I really like the theme of our stories.
Yeah.
Come on, Scott. You got one?
Yeah.
Just throw up on your wife?
Not yet. So yeah, I guess since the topic is the bodily fluids.
Oh God.
No, I know one night I got drunk and went to bed, and in the middle of the night I started throwing up, so I jumped up out of bed. I hit the light and turned around. Nothing. It was a dream. I dreamt I was throwing up, and it was so real. I actually jumped up and turned the light on, and I even looked under the bed. It's just how it was. Like, where the hell did it go?
I know I threw up somewhere.
Maybe the vomit fairy that cleaned up that other person's vomit showed up.
Same one that cleaned up Vanessa's puke.
Yeah, right.
The puke angel.
It's gotta be. It's a real thing. It's got to be a real thing.
Oh God, we are a classy bunch.
We sure are.
Mm-hmm.
The classiest. I already said it.
Right.
We are
That's right.
the classiest.
You nailed it right there. Well, I think with that, we should wrap things up. We'll leave you guys with that and hopefully leave you wanting more. Thanks for hanging out with us. You guys can find Coley not only on the Boozecast, but also on the grams at Icee Cole, C-O-L-E, beer, and there's underscores after each one. Thank you, Nicole, for hanging out with us.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure, as always.
Love having you. And Flex on the gram, Flex Me a Beer, underscores in between. Scott, not yet on the gram. He's
Not
still, we're working on that one.
Yeah.
And
I'm
of
still
course,
trying to figure out my space. So
right. Yeah. And of course, you can find us, The Unfiltered Gentleman, across the board, 805-538-BEER, and The Unfiltered Gentleman at gmail.com. Share with us your drunk stories. We have thoroughly embarrassed ourselves for you, so now is your turn. And like the other people, you can be anonymous if you'd like. We like names because it's a little more embarrassing that way, but
just own up to it.
Just own up to it. We've all fallen off balconies and pissed ourselves under the door and puked in bathrooms and urinals and apparently not puked. So you can join the ranks of us. So, all right, that's everything. Hope everyone stays very well hydrated. It is Craft Beer Week, so stay classy hydrated. None of that Miller High Life shit. And on that note, good night, everybody.